Secara sejarahnya historically, classes dengan taste ni, they have been shifting. Sebelum ni, sejarah telah menunjukkan bahawa higher classes, higher social class were better off when they could acquire higher quantity of food. When they can get a lot of food, then kita kata they from a higher classes. But at one stage, there was shift in terms of the quality of the food consumed. No more looking at the quantity, but looking more on the quality. Waktu ni, dia ada orang kata increase in taste of foreignish, makanan-makanan orang kata daripada luar, the ethnic foods, and not readily afforded, accessible by the lower class. So waktu tu, mereka lihat bahawa the lower class people also can get the same quantity of them. But then dia kata, oh okay, now we want to differentiate. Zaman-zaman dulu memang pembahagian di antara social class tu ataupun kasta tu sangat-sangat jelas. Kalau you tengok macam saya cakap tadi, cerita Titanic, semua tu kita nampak tahu macam mana mereka sangat mementingkan dari segi kelas. Ataupun cerita ibu mertuaku. And this historical shift from the quantity into the quality, in food show how classes distinguish among themselves. Higher classes wanting to distinguish from lower classes. Diorang tak nak pun sama. And the lower classes pula, they wanting to imitate the higher classes. So the lower classes tend to emulate the taste of those in higher social classes, who at the same time change their consumption patterns to ensure a distinction from the lower social classes. Jadi orang yang atas ni, kelas ni bila nampak saja orang lower social class ni imitate, dia akan cepat-cepat cari kata perbezaan in terms of the consumption pattern pula dengan orang yang lower social classes. Memang diorang memang sangat-sangat ingin dibezakan dari segi pakaian, dari segi makanan dan sebagainya. Again, macam saya cakap tadi in the beginning, the higher classes could be distinguished from those in lower classes based on the quantity of the food. Bila start lower classes ni improve their living conditions and were able to access greater quantity of food and those in higher classes, sebab apa orang lower classes ni dia rajin pergi menangkap ikan, dia rajin menanam. Jadi sebenarnya kadang-kadang dalam satu tahun they have better quantity in terms of food compared to the higher classes. And reach a limit on how much they could eat, class distinction then come into the types of food consumed. Dah tu pula dia tengok dari segi, tak apalah kalau you makan banyak sayur pun, banyak ikan pun, you are category lower classes. Sebab kita bukan nak tengok dari segi quantity, but we are looking into the quality. Jadi mereka kata bahawa when we can get animal source in our kitchen, then we are the higher classes because they know that during that time, daging ni adalah makanan yang sangat mahal untuk dimakan atau dibeli oleh lower social class. And then again, the new modern industrialized packaged products, with the advance of the microwave, higher classes were able to consume prepared food such as TV dinners as a sign that they could afford the new technology and this box item. Masa itu pula dia membezakan antara lower and also high food class. And higher classes, they distinguish themselves through the consumption of luxury items. Okay. Diorang akan cakap bahawa, they are social class, they are higher social class when they can get all those, the food that whose demand is associated to a perception of higher refinement or qualitative improvement on a basic food. So apa maksud luxury items? Adalah food whose demand is associated to a perception of higher refinement ataupun kita kena sebagai qualitative improvement on a basic food. Sebagai contoh, nanti saya luxury items ni serve as a tool for class distinction as its consumption while highly desired but not widely attained. Dia susah nak dapat Tapi orang ramai nak, tapi susah nak dapat. So, tu kita panggil sebagai luxury items. However, these luxury items are not constant or specific as they are dependent on the specific time and place, where a given food is conceived as extravagant and not basic necessity of food. Sebagai contoh, okay, this is what we call as caviar. The caviar is very, very expensive. Where, if you want to know that, the price of this caviar can reach up to $1,000. So kalau $1,000 kalau kita lebih kurang dalam RM4,000. Sebab orang ramai nak tetapi dia sangat-sangat mahal. This is what we call as luxury items. Waktu ni kita kata siapa yang dapat makan ni dan dikategorikan sebagai high classes. And selalunya kalau kita kata kalau kita tengok MasterChef US tu dia kata dalam 5-star Michelin punya restoran. Ni restoran-restoran yang high class saja yang menyediakan makanan seperti ni. Okay, kali segi lobster. Okay, this is very interesting fact that you learn or you know lah. Lobster ni dulu before the 19th century, lobster ni dia punya supply sangat banyak. And then dulu people that eat lobster adalah kita panggil orang tu daripada poor people. Food for the poor people. And this lobster, okay, pada ketika tu dia guna sebagai land fertilizer. And mostly dia fed untuk prisoner and servant before the 19th century. Tapi makin lama the supply of the lobster semakin berkurangan. Tetapi permintaan semakin tinggi. We know that when there is short supply but high demand, it will influence and will affect the price of the food. And nowadays lobster is no more for the poor people. And nowadays, lobster is associated with a high price and sometimes often considered an example of luxury food. Macam roti gardenia lah. Nasib baik roti gardenia, stok dia masih cukup. Kalaulah roti gardenia tu, tiba-tiba stok tak cukup waktu MCO hari tu, tapi orang semua nakkan roti, kemungkinan suatu hari nanti, bila anak-anak kita dah besar, roti gardenia adalah salah satu contoh luxury food. Who knows, Tapi kebanyakan kalau dulu-dulu kita kata kalau makan benda ni, kita kata dia adalah makan-makan orang yang poor people. Tapi now, demand dia tinggi. Tapi lobster ni semakin susah nak cari. Then it becomes from the poor people food, they are changed to the luxury food. Jadi, salah satu faktor yang mempengaruhi orang kata the social perception of the food status adalah changes in food supply. Bila food supply tu berubah, sebenarnya dia boleh affect the social perception of the food status. So kalau ada soalan kata what are the things that affect the social perception of the food status, jawapannya adalah changes in food supply. Another example adalah juga dari segi bukan setakat food supply tapi dari segi culinary trend. Dulu, status of food can also change with the new culinary trend. Kalau poor people food increasingly appearing in high class, expensive restaurants are offer meat and polenta. Sekarang ni banyak sangat makanan-makanan dulu kita panggil sebagai poor people food. Sekarang ni they appear in high class expensive restaurant. Contohnya adalah offal meat ataupun polenta. Offal ni adalah makan-makanan organ-organ dalaman, organ-organ dalaman binatang. Dulu, consumption of offal meat ni associated with poverty. Sebab dulu orang miskin ni dia makan apa saja asalkan they can survive. And they will consume animal parts, often considered inedible ataupun animal byproducts. Sebab kita tadi food kita kata dia adalah salah satu edible. Jadi bila orang dulu makan benda ni, dia kata dia makan benda inedible. Tapi in the early modern period, offal meat starts to appear in cookbooks, targeted the elites, broadening their range of culinary taste. Of course, dia ubah cara makanan. Saya selalu benda-benda ni saya tengok dekat dalam MasterChef ni, US MasterChef kan. Selalunya dia kan kata, okay, this is an offal meat. Okay, and then you kena transformkan macam mana makanan ni boleh menjadi makanan yang boleh dihidangkan dalam 5-star punya restoran. And okay, so daripada ni, Okay, so diorang present lah dari segi macam mana they presented in the high class punya restaurant. Satu lagi adalah polenta. Polenta ni adalah sebenarnya dia adalah cornmeal porridge. Yang mana dia secara tradisionalnya adalah digunakan as a satiating side dishes where corn was a diet staple. Orang-orang ni, orang-orang miskin ni, diorang makan corn untuk diorang punya diet staple. Dan makanan ni also known as a punche in the Spanish Caribbean. Tapi sekarang ni polenta ni dia serve as a side dish in expensive Italian restaurant. Kalau dulu this is the polenta dia serve. Now polenta cara serve dekat high class punya restaurant macam ni. Okay. So sebenarnya siapa imitate siapa? Dulu dia kata lower class imitate social high class kan. Sekarang dia tak sedar sebenarnya higher classnya yang imitate dia social class of eating. Selain daripada new culinary trends, and also changes in terms of the what we call as the supply, food supply, dari segi social perception on cuisine also change often. For example, higher end restaurants are experimenting with cuisine from developing or resource poor countries and offer transformed version of food often regarded as street cheap food in their restaurant. Dulu kalau makan makanan contoh kalau burger lah, burger tepi jalan dulu kan. Sekarang ni dia try to modify, okay. So dia buatkan makanan itu nampak lebih luxury. For example, traditional street food such as tacos, arepas and various fritters serve as fancy appetizer in many new modern restaurant. Dia ubah cara dia plating semua. Tak kata daripada yang orang kata boleh dapat RM2 saja tepi jalan. Tapi when it comes to the better presentation and better quality of meat, sometimes dia boleh menjadi salah satu luxury food. And the notion of rich and poor people food are culture dependent. Contoh kalau lower class, the consumption of highly processed snack food, ataupun orang-orang yang macam lower class ni, dia makan fast food and also unhealthy diet in general. Tapi kalau rich people, the consumption of fresh, organic local food atau more kepada exotic food preparation. For example, the new gastronomy technique, macam mana nak buat foam and also ada new preparation techniques. In poor countries, diet tends to be more monotonous and composed of basic staple food. They afford to buy the processed prepared food, and this is signs of the status. And they consume wild local greens, and this is sign of poverty. Kalau higher classes, they tend to distinguish themselves by selecting more kepada orang kata modern food, makanan-makanan foreign food ataupun imported food. And tetapi kalau lower class, they tend adhere more to kepada traditional food.